Okay, so I have a question. When everything inside the estate sale is free, what's the protocol and how do you behave? I had a little situation. I saw this advertisement for a estate sale that was out in the country in Minnesota, and it said, "Everyone welcome, please come help us." It even mentioned resellers. "We have so much stuff to get rid of. Please come out." And it was a 2-day sale. So Brian and I headed out, and I'm going to show you around all that was left, and everything, I mean, everything was free. They had done a sale a weekend prior, and now it is time to help the family clear out. For reference, this is all that I brought home. Brian brought some things too, but his things ended up in the garage. So I just wanted to show you what I brought home. I'll show you in greater detail as we get through the video. But this place was 2 levels. The bottom was full of decor and maybe some furniture. There was so much down there, but they also encouraged us to come upstairs because this was some sort of living quarters that they had. So again, everything was free. Let me tell you what happened. I made my way up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, there was a woman who was standing there. And I looked at her and she said, "Go. I'm coming down. Go." And she moved her piece of furniture over a tiny bit and left me an inch and a half to get through. And I thought, okay. So I didn't think too much of it, kept shopping upstairs, and I brought that gray bag that I always talk about, and that is all I filled. But you can see there was so much treasure here and not a whole lot of people. I did buy some albums. Our 30-year-old son and his fiance collect vintage albums, and they had some really cool ones. I did pick up a handful of those for them. So Brian and I spent an hour and a half maybe here, and we were getting ready to head out. And there was a woman running the sale, and she was lovely. She was chitty chatty and explained, you asked questions, explained what was in there and what to look for. And she said, "Everyone grab a Christmas tree. There are hundreds of Christmas trees here." So as I was leaving, there was a pile to the left of me, which looked to be kind of put together, a big pile. And then to the right of me, as I was heading out, there was other things. And so I asked the woman working, I said, "Is this all taken?" And to the left, and she said it is. And I motioned to the right of me, and I said, "How about this pile? Is this taken?" She said, "Nope, everything over here is good to go." So I started looking to the right of me, and I picked up a couple of nice things. And I started a little pile of my own. And the same woman that was kind of mean upstairs said, "Hey, that's mine." And I said, "Okay, all right." But I asked, and they said everything over here. "Nope, nope, that's mine." Okay. And I kind of wanted to say, you don't need to be mean. There's a lot of stuff here for everybody. I didn't. And I just called Brian and I said, "It's time to go home. I guess I'm touching things that I shouldn't be touching." And I was kind of got a little agitated about it. And I left shortly after, and she was standing in the back of her truck, which was absolutely packed with items. And the rest of it that was on the ground, that had to be a second truckload coming. There was just no way that she could fit any more in the truck. And I was walking by, and she kind of scowled at me and said, "You can take one of those things. I don't care." And I said, "Nope, it's yours." Okay, what's the protocol when there is this much there? Do you just go in and do you take absolutely everything as fast as you can, and whatever is there is there, whatever is yours? Or do you still, even in a situation like you see here, there has already been an estate sale, a multi-day estate sale. This is what was left to just help them clear out. Is it fair game for you to simply load truckloads upon truckloads upon truckloads? What I think happened is she was standing there and she saw me. This is what I think. she saw me grab these couple things and she kind of thought, well, I want that. And so she decided to claim them as hers. And when she saw them, she was, that's mine. And I, what's the protocol? I still think that there is so much around. There is so many more sales. There are so many more freebies that we all need to kind of help spread this out to those other people that may need this or want this. My reselling strategy is just buy low and sell high. Buy really, 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 really low and sell higher. I picked up that bag. I'm going to show you about that one. I just don't know. And I'm curious if I'm in the minority thinking you're dumb, take all of it. Or if it's truly still a society where it's okay to just spread the wealth. So here's the sale. What do you think? Let me know. Oh, look at that. That car, there were items that were not giveaways. That car was one of them. This was a treasure trove in the middle of rustic rural Minnesota. This was a treasure trove of somebody's life, and the owners had passed away. But they had some amazing things here too that were definitely not part of the please take it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So this is the extent of what came home with me. But let's talk about this jam jar first. I had no idea what this was. I wrapped it up. I went and found some linens. I wrapped this up like everything else and put it in a really large bag. So I could tell it was some sort of jam jar, and it looked pretty. The only thing I saw that made it more interesting to me was this label on the bottom, but to be honest, I couldn't read it, even with my cheaters on. So I brought it home, did a little research, and apparently it's quite valuable. Chat GPT told me to list it for nearly $1,000. I'll put up a couple screenshots of what it is and the brand in case it's something that you ever find out in the wild. The reason it's so valuable, makes it more valuable, is the original sticker is still on it. So I'm going to stop for a moment, put this one back, and we'll talk about the rest. Okay, so there's no way you would have known what that was, but that's a fun one, right? I'll let you know if and when that sells. ChatGPT told me to hang on. It's going to take a little while to find the right buyer. I've sold these before. It's a vintage canteen, and it was stamped made in Taiwan, so vintage. These were, the reason I picked these up is they had Hallmark tags on them, and I found the first two sold side by side. Those were a good find just because it said Hallmark and it was original. Haven't had a chance to look up these two books yet, but they were in the basket of the ephemera that I picked up, so they came home with me. I sold and found in the Goodwill bins this holiday time Mrs. Claus. I found just her head, and I sold them in a lot, and I made like 90, sold them for around $90. This is a single, and here's what she goes for. These were not worth a whole lot. I'm going to also put them in a lot, but Danbury Mint, they had original boxes and they had not been, they still had their tags on it. I love selling these large totes. There were three of them on the ground. You may have seen me look at them. They all had fans with them. I took the fans off the other two. The other two were stained. One was stained and one had a broken handle. But I might take this off, this Haiti, and sell it this way. I've never seen one this big. So here's what a similar one goes for. These two cookie jars. This one is from J.C. Penney. And this is a recent sold. This guy, I just knew he looked interesting, and he is damaged. He has a little damage on him, so I'm not going to get this price for him, but don't pass on cookie jars. Again, I wrapped them up from fabric and bedding that was there at the sale. I took that and wrapped all of that up. I just thought they were cute, and they were a match set. And I have sold, there's a top, it's for a tea light candle. And I have sold blue sky items before. She just sold. The pair are going for quite, or not going for, the pair are listed at quite a bit of money. He has some damage to him, so I won't be able to get that much for them, but I am going to list them as a set. But I think he needs a little glasses adjustment. These two were in the bathroom. I did check the expiration date and they haven't expired, but I'm a little remiss about health and beauty. There's so many rules and things, so we'll see. I may end up just donating these two back. One thing we did, Brian and I, is we unloaded the car in the garage, and I have to say, I between the two of us, we threw away um, a huge bag, and we have a huge donate bag. So there more came home than just this. This is what I'm interested in selling. So I love ephemera. I love these vintage covers. So I'm going to look through. These are all knitting books, and I will put them together as a lot. And I always pick up these porcelain face vintage tree toppers. All of them work. All of them were in a box together. They had originally been $4 each, and they're a little bit more valuable when they plug in and they work. So here's how I did. What do you think? Would you have completely done it different and taken everything in sight? Or do you think I did well enough with just this? I think I did well enough with just this.